Okay, first time, these bits, we've just taken them out. We've put them through brake cleaner. We've dried them all out with an airline. You want to do that just to get all the swarf out from the inside. If you haven't got an airline, yeah, I wouldn't really fancy sitting down in the garage using the airline, putting 20p's in, 50p's. You're going to be there a long time. Right, just make sure that you've got all the dirt off these as much as you can. These are critical. Get this wrong, you're going to be going backwards in a race, or even on practice. Okay, so that's our bits sitting there. They're over there, they're clean. So in this case, we're going to put a new tube in. So these guys come, you can buy those separately. Make sure you get those. Don't leave them out because invariably people don't look after it. So here we are. This is what we've got left to go back. So smallest one, you can put a little tiny, if you've got a little tiny brush, you can put a little tiny bit of Vaseline just around, just the smallest bit, just to edge that back in there gently. So there we are on top. Don't force that. We've blown through here. We've blown through this one. We've ensured there's no swarf around the edge. So that one now is good to go back. Don't over tighten. You got this guy, small screwdriver. Make sure the screwdriver's got no swarf on as well. Just go down. You're going down. You're going down, 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 down. You're not over tightening this. That's it. So do not risk over tightening that and forcing that in. And again, as you've done that, let's blow out just to make sure there's nothing left in there at all now. This guy, we've blown this out. We've checked. If you've got a vernier and you want to check all the measurements, you can go to the fiche at JAG's website, jag.co.uk, and look for the engine fiche. You can go on there, check all those, they're all legal. If it comes straight from the factory, you've got a brand new car, invariably you're all okay. But it never does any harm just to double check, make sure you've got the right things, right settings. Okay, again, don't over tighten, that one's on. This guy, again, blow these out. Make sure you're blowing right through to ensure there's no swarf stuck in. I've seen people clean them out with little bits of wire, and that bit of wire over time damages that size of that hole, and the size of that hole gets bigger. And if you've got a really good scrutineer or RC scrutineer, whichever you look at it, and he's on top of his game, he's going to be looking for that. He's going to find out that, and he's going to look, and yeah, you could be out. We've seen it in some major races. Okay, so these guys are done. Let's do the middle. So check this out, look through. You want to blow this out. You want to make sure there's nothing in here. Now remember, this is an Evo carb, so it's not. So invariably taken apart, rebuilding exactly the same. There is some components inside. Do not get them mixed up in terms of one against the other. So if you've got a Prevo carb, leave it. Just do not rebuild both at the same time, because you're going to get one mixed up. You're going to get an emulsion tube with holes in against a Prevo one with no holes. 9mm. That's it. The type. This guy, the brass stuff really doesn't get looked after. No one tends to look after this stuff. They leave it. It comes in. It's faded. It's decaying to a certain extent. Decaying. Is it decaying? No. Look, it's dirty. So look after this stuff. You look after your stuff, it's going to look after you. This guy into here. Again, 9mm again. In you go. Okay. Don't over tighten again. So, and it comes to the paddle. The most important part, in our view, on the carburetor. By adjusting these guys here, you're going to get more out of the bottom of the corner, more at top end. Little part here as well, and get a little bit more out of the corner. So we're not going to show you exactly what to do on that. That's what each service centre spends a lot of their time on the dyno to gain. So, knurled bit towards the end, out here. Noticed a mistake. We left this bit out. So check this bit, make sure it's nice and clean. There's no damage to it. That part is able to move, because that part you blow through, no fuel goes in, drop in. Is it moving? Is there any crud caught in there? So before you put that in, you want to just blow that out quickly, and everything else there. That's it. Needle in. paddle this way, pin, just align the pin in, and then just hit the side of that, the tap just to seat it. So that's pretty much everything built. Now is where we look at your measurement. You're one of these guys, then you check. You're looking for air, light, between that sensor, that side. So this one's perfect, you know, we've not done this long. So as how you adjust these, the height from there to this face here will dependent on how you get different performance on the track. Okay, so that's where we are with this. We go bell housing, the main jet. Again, it's worthwhile cleaning the main jet. If you haven't used it for, well, you would have used it. You know, don't think that just because you've cleaned the rest of the carb, you're going to give that a miss because you're going to change that main jet. It's entirely up to you whether you leave the jets in the carbs. Most people do. They leave it in, but you know, drain the fuel out of the carb at the end of a meeting. That's pretty much there to go. So our floats, we've cleaned our floats. Make sure you got the right weight of floats for your class. Drop them in. This is a stage where we could use to measure now the height of the paddle. By this stage, we're just trying to get you to understand that keep the carb clean, rebuild it, clean it, look for mistakes, look for cracks, look for anything obvious. So there we go. Paddles in. You can reuse these. It doesn't have to be thrown away. If it's in good condition, you've got it off well, that's fine. Leave it alone. Don't be fiddling. Okay, that's seated. We're ready. We're just checking our float bolt. We'll just clean it out one last time. Blow the brake cleaner off. We'll offer that back up. So make sure, yeah, here's a point. Make sure you've got these in the right way. We've had some come in where one is upside down and one is on the right way. So they go this way up with this oval bit sitting towards there. You know, so you want this flat part towards, at this stage, the top, what is now the top of the carb. Check these, they're not bent, nice and straight. Put it in, drop on, and that's good to go. And then we have 3